Good morning. Acts 13:22. Very simple, just a few words to start with some big, deep thoughts involved. And when he had removed him, God removed Saul because of the sin in his life, because of the evil. And the crazy thing is, we need to ask ourselves, when should a leader leave? And many of you know my background, that I was forced out. I left, and I didn't want to, but I knew that it was time to go, and it was time to leave. So here is Saul. He reigned 18 years while Samuel was alive, and he just constantly violated one commandment after another. He was Saul's consultant, and then 20 years after his death, it's interesting that he tries to bring Samuel back from the dead to consult with him. David was anointed by Samuel while Saul was king. So here we have the king that God chooses going against the king that God had chosen, but was not out of office yet. So God is going to take care of removing Saul. So we need to ask our question, when should a leader leave? In number one, a leader should leave when they pick and choose from God's commandments. We can remember that God deemed wholeheartedly the obedience was better than sacrifice. And so in 1 Samuel 15:22, we have Saul sacrificing when he shouldn't have been, because he was not a priest. You should leave if you resent those who disagree with you, and you aren't willing to grow, you aren't willing to change. Saul repeatedly ignored godly counsel. He resented those who challenged his unreasonable emotions and misinformed judgments. Saul had a big anger problem and paranoia, and fear drove him to surround himself by those who were willing to confirm his wrong beliefs, believing they were the ones showing true compassion. 1 Samuel 23:19 through 21. Third reason to leave, you deflect blame. Saul was confronted by Samuel over his sin. He lied, first off. Then he tried to deflect the blame by pointing out to the good he had done. And finally, he accused the people of persuading him to do the error. 1 Samuel 15:12 through 22. Number 4, prioritize your status. Paul was jealous as the people rejoiced over David's great victory. Whenever David had victory in battle, Saul would get jealous. And he did not rejoice with David because it was for the good of the country. He fought him. Saul didn't want to step down graciously. Israel was his comfortable lifestyle, not his God-given mission. He was removed by being killed off. If the church becomes your job and not God's call, watch out.